Good evening, Dr. Samir sir. Are you there? Good evening, everyone. So, good evening to all esteemed member of Team Research Foundation of India, our distinguished subject expert, Dr. Samir Dubey sir, and all dear participants. I am Nikita Khandelwal, the program coordinator for the FDP on practical aspect on ICT tools and online teaching in current scenario. As we all know that today it is marked day 4 of our FDP program on preparation of e-certificates. And for this, Dr. Samir Dubey sir is here. As we all know that sir is extremely highly qualified personality. But before we head towards the session, let's have a look on the sir's journey. So very good evening, sir. Dr. Samir Dubey sir is a postgraduate in commerce and management from DAV Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Sir is having 19 plus years of academic experience and also he has worked for Weidman Polytechs Limited, Ludhiana, Indore Institute of Management and Research, IPS Academy of Acropolis Institute, Indore, and currently Sir is working with Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore. Sir is having more than 20 plus national and international publications in research journal and conferences proceedings. He has a case study published by European Case Clearing House to his credit. Sir has also co-authored a book named Banking Law and Practice in India. Sir is an active member of Madhya Pradesh Economic Association and Research Foundation of India. Sir has been training faculties for managing virtual classes and preparation of video lectures. Sir has been an expert on basics of research methodology for UGC, HRDCs and Government of India. So with this, without any further delay, I am honored to invite the exceptional and highly esteemed Dr. Samir Dubey sir, who is renowned for his precision and expertise in his area. So with this, sir, the platform is yours. Please hold up with this. We all are waiting to hear you. Please welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Nikita ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction of mine. First of all, I would like to check whether I am audible properly or not.
Yes, sir, you are completely audible.
I am complete. Thank you so much, ma'am. So before starting our main subject, that is how to prepare certificates, online certificates. Actually, we all are from academics. So one or the other day we used to organize some sort of training programs or so, just like the one which we are attending right now. So we require to give certain kind of certificates. And more specifically, this online certificate has been developed, or you can say it has enhanced during the time of COVID. But definitely, it has opened different new eras of meeting the people, gathering the people, conducting certain kind of workshops, certain kind of conferences online. This is really a fantastic thing that has happened to the academic fraternity. Now the people are more interactive with one another. So while we are conducting certain kind of workshops or certain seminars or conferences or whatever we do, we have to provide one or the other certificate to all the participants. Now, while we have to provide the certificate. So one definitely is the way that you need to get the certificates printed, get them mailed, or get them through mail. You have to send the certificates to all the people. But now we do have certain options. We do have the options to send the certificate online. The recipient can, on his or her behalf, can get the certificate. If he or she wants, desires, then you can get the certificate printout, and then once again it's up to your will. You want to get it on a matted paper, you get it on some glossy paper, or whatever kind of paper do you like, whatever could be the size you like. So that kind of certificate now one can get, and on the top of everything, all these certificates are quite authentic. So how actually, what basically is the concept behind these kind of how to generate these kind of certificates? So the first thing that I would like to show is what I would like to state is a concept that has been there earlier as well. Only thing that the people or we were quite ignorant about it. It is already available with all of us, but we generally do not use it only because we do not have the actual access, correct access to the softwares, to the correct softwares. We do have softwares, we do have Windows, we do have Office. So with the use of Office as well, the very same type of certificates can be generated, can be distributed, but we do not have the licensed version of Office. But fortunately, with the increasing number of computer and Office users in the country, now I believe that we get Office licensed copy, a licensed version of Office with the laptop itself, and it will definitely be in a few years, I believe, down the line, say 4 or 5 years or so, we'll get the licensed version of commercial or most practical, or the with the widest range of all options. The software shall be available to us all. So how this concept is being used? First of all, let me tell you what the name of the concept is. The name of concept which we use for generation of these certificates is mail merge. I believe that a lot of people know about mail merge, although you might not have used it practically. It is a little bit difficult for using it online with the Office software, but definitely with the help of certain kind of third-party software, now it has really become easy to use this mail merge facility. So I believe that you would have heard mail merge. If you have heard about mail merge, please give me a thumbs up, or do write in the chat box. I believe the chat box is open right now. Yeah, so if you know a little bit about, yes. Okay, so a lot of people know about mail merge. Let us see how we would be using mail merge and how these third-party softwares are being used for mail merge also. So we do have three different type of software, three different type of, say, processes through which we use to generate certificates. The first process is where, of course, we require some or the other type of database for this. Now, there are two different ways to get the database. First one is that you already have the database with you. And the second thing is you are preparing well in advance about the database. So in any of the cases, you can use the third-party software and get the certificate printed or get the certificate issued to all the people. Okay, so the first thing that we are starting with is there are three different processes, as I told you. So the first process is certify them karke there is a software, a third-party software, which is developed by Google itself. It is catered by Google itself. But the only problem with this software is that there is a restriction on the number of certificates that are being issued. So the number of certificates that are being issued is a restriction because although it is a facility or it is being issued by Google, but definitely the free accounts that we generally use, like for my account, anybody, you are having a Gmail account or so. So with this, you can only issue a limited number of certificates, that is 100 in a day. But definitely for small kind of programs, definitely 100 in a day are also sufficient. So that can also be done. Only thing is these three processes, they initiate at different places. The first thing, let me show you. Let me share my screen with you. Just a second. What you need to do is, the first thing that we are doing is I'll be showing you how to get into these softwares also. So first we need to get certain things prepared. How to get certain things prepared is, first we need to have a certificate, a raw certificate with fill up the blanks. So let us prepare it first. I'll take say 2-3 minutes, not more than that, for you to prepare the certificate. So let us first prepare the certificate. The certificate that we need is to be prepared with the help of Google Slides. So Google has different kind of facilities. I believe that you people know very well about this ongoing war between Google and Microsoft. So Microsoft has launched its own this software like Google Meet, that is Teams, and Google has launched its own almost kind of Office, but it is definitely widely connected. So that is what we call it. Google Docs is a replacement for MS Word. Not exactly a replacement, but it is a replica of Google Word, you can say, sorry, of MS Word. Similarly, we on the base we do have Microsoft PowerPoint. We do have Google Slides. I believe you people know about Google Slides. So it is easy to log into Google Slides. What you need to do is you just have to. There are two different ways. Either you go to directly type in drive slides.google.com. Alternatively, you can go for Google Docs. You can go for Google Drive, and from there also you can go to the same place. What I am doing is, just a second, let me share my screen with you. Whether my screen is visible to everyone?
No, sir. No, sir.
Not yet. Just a second. Let me try that it is visible to you. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so a new tab is open over there. What you need to do is, either you can go to google.com and search for Google Slides. Google Slides. This is one of the options. You can go to Google Slides and sign in from here. Alternatively, what you need to do is you just need to type in your browser, and what you will be typing, slides.google.com. So in both the ways, you can go to the website. So slides.google.com is something which you generally use to type. So I am typing this slides.google.com, and what you will get, let us see what exactly you are getting. So there I believe you can see what you have got. You can see the certificate, no? These are different certificates that are there. So you need to make, I can make a new blank present. I can start off with a new presentation, and then we can go through it. Just a second. Yeah, there. I believe everybody can see that I'm logged into some account, and this untitled presentation is over there. Okay. So let me see. Okay. With some of the new advancements, definitely this window is not minimizing, but it's okay. Let us start off over here. So let us make the certificate. Although I do have one certificate already prepared, but it is very good, and it is as good as Google. It is as good as MS PowerPoint. So let us prepare the certificate over here. So this, rather than, let us write down something else. Let us prepare a different certificate. It would be Research Foundation of India, and let us keep it in bold. Let us make it a little bit say center aligned or so. It would be easier for us. Okay, there we can write this certificate is issued to, and we can make it a little bit bigger, little bit larger. So there it is. Let's get it center aligned. Is issued to, then here it is Research Foundation of India. You can increase the font size. It is like, it is not a very big task with this, that you can do easily any point of time. This decoration point, I believe that it won't take a longer time, but we are just taking it. Now what you need to do is you need to write down the name over here. So how will we be writing the names? There is a format for writing the name. What you have to do is you have to write down the name, but you have to surround the name by 2 less than and 2 greater than signs. This is how you will be writing down the name. Okay. From for, or you can say, if you want to write, you can write one more thing over here. You can write down the name of university, or the from, you can write from. So from would be where the person belong to, and this you can get, let us have it from left align, so that it would, the name of the organization will come over here. Okay, and here you will write college, and then 2 signs. Okay, and let us write down, let us complete it from here. That would be sufficient for participating in the faculty development program on ICT tools that we can have. Okay, and let us underline this as well. So this is something like you have prepared a certificate. So this kind of certificate will be there. Then you can have like signatures can also be pasted over here, and whatever decoration you want to do, that we can do. So this is the certificate that we require. We have prepared a certificate. Now what we need to do is we need to now let us go back, and this is the certificate that we shall require. And now let us go back to the database collection part. The database you need to collect in the form of Google Forms. Okay, so let us collect the database on the basis of Google Form. So once again, the very same thing. Either you would be, here is a new tab that I have opened. So either you will be writing google.com, or you can directly write down Google Forms. And if you are already logged in, it won't create any more, it won't require any more logins for you. So as it has already logged in. Okay, Google Forms. So it is Google Forms over here. Just a second, it's not go to forms, nothing like it. So there, I already have some forms over here. Okay, so now let us make a new Google form. Google form is basically, it can be your feedback, it can be like, it can be some kind of questions also. So whatever you want, you can have it over here. So what you need to do is just have to write down, feedback or FDP. So this is you have prepared the form. Now what you need to do is you have to get it via valid email address. Then the question number 1 will be name of the participant. Okay, and okay, so we'll be writing name of the participant over here. Then we have, there it is. Then we have another question, that is college or university, whatever you want to write, you can write it over here. So name, it should be like short answer question. The name of the college is once again short answer text. So as of now, I am taking only these two things. You can have multiple fields over here, one after the other, that can be done. That means you can have a longer form. I am only preparing this small form over here.
Excuse me, sir.
Now what? Yes.
Sir, your screen is not visible. We are not able to see where you are writing all these things. Now, sir, it's visible.
It is visible now? Okay.
Now, yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Sir,
okay.
please
So
repeat
what?
it, please.
Sure. Okay. So what I have done is I have logged into forms.google.com and then I have prepared a blank form. Okay. Let me show you how it is to be done once again. So feedback for FDP. This is how you will come over here. Then once you log into forms.google.com, you will land on this page. Then you have to select this blank form. And this I have selected the blank form. So I have prepared this form, like after making changes. Okay, so what you need to do is you have to change the name over here in the top left corner. I believe you can see this. Forms home and feedback for FDP. So this is where you need to change the name. This name, which is on the top of the form, can be changed from here. So this name will automatically come over here. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to add the questions. The first question that I have added is name and the second one is college. So you can add more questions after this. So there can be more questions after this. You can add number of questions. As of now, I am taking only these two questions, but you can have more. So these questions can be there. Now what we do is, as it has already been, we need to prepare a little bit thing. What you have to do, you have to go to the settings, then make this as a quiz. Do not make this as a quiz. It does not actually require responses. So collect email address. We require email address. So this is responder input. There can be other options as well. Do not collect verified and responder input. So we'll get the responders input, whatever the responder or your responder will, whatever you participant, whatever he or she will write, you will get that email ID. Then send responder a copy of their response. You can and you cannot, or you may not. You whatever you want. If when requested, it we can give them a copy. You can give them copy always, or you can put it off. Put it off would be better, I believe. Always response editing. Allow response editing. Do not allow the responders to edit. Then require sign in limit to us one response. Okay, limit to one response only, so that one can get only one certificate only, one certificate. Then presentation is simple. You can have different kind of things, like there are like a show progress bar, shuffle question order, whatever you want. So there are different all these are different kind of changes that you can make. But definitely I do not feel that lot of changes are actually required. What you need to do is you have to make all the questions or some or the questions default. Like this is setting applied for this form, and this is to all the forms. Okay, so what you have to do is email address is responders input that we have already collected, and then question defaults. So you need to make the question defaults. So defaults are make questions required by default. So you need to make the questions required by default. This means that all the responders will have to answer all the questions. If they do not answer the question, the form will not be submitted. So they have to answer the questions. Okay, so just make it default. Now our form is already prepared. Go to questions and it would be there. Now go to responses. What we see is whatever responses would be there, you will get all the responses from over. As of now, you can see there are 0 responses. On the right hand side, you can see there is link to sheets. Okay, there are link to sheets, and then these 3 dots are over here. So these 3 dots are for get email notifications and select destination for responses and unlock unlink form and all these things. So we do not need it right now. There is nothing to do. Just link to sheets. Write down. Just click on link to sheets, and there you will this pop-up window. I believe you can see the pop-up. I believe. So this pop-up will be shown, and what you need to do is you need to create a new spreadsheet. You need to create a new spreadsheet. So once you have created new spreadsheet, on the rightmost corner, you can see a create option is over there. You just have to click on the create option, and a new worksheet will be prepared. This is how you can see. I believe you can see this. a new spreadsheet is being prepared. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is what you can see right now. Okay. Now what we have to do is, now these entries shall be generated automatically once the person is filling up the form. So what you need to, this timestamp is when the person would be filling the form, then email address, the email address as we are collecting, name of the respondent and the college. Okay. Now what we have to do is, let us go back to Google Forms. Okay. And let me show you how we have to distribute these forms. So this is questions. Now on the top, then on the top right of the corner, you can see a send option is over there. You just have to do is click on the send option and a pop-up will open. I believe that you can see this pop-up. Can you see this
Yes,
pop-up?
sir. Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So what you have to do is on the second option, this is send via mail, send via link. So what happens is, generally we post the link for feedback in the groups. So similarly, this is the link that can be generated. This is how the link will be generated automatically. You do not need to do anything. You just have to click on this option and shorten this URL. What this will make is, this will reduce the length of the link. That I believe you can see how I have done it. If you do not check this shorten URL, the URL will be very long. It is difficult for us to paste it in the WhatsApp groups also. You just have to copy it from here. I have copied it. Now I am closing it. Send form. I am closing the send option. Okay. There is nothing more in it. So I am just closing it. I have closed it. Now what I am doing is, I am going back to the Google Meet, and then what I am doing is, I am pasting this link in our chat box. I request some 3-4 people to please respond to this link of this form. I believe you can see this link over there. This small link is there in the chat box. I request some 3-4 people to, at least 3-4 people to respond to this this link, so that we can get the data. Now, as soon as somebody fills up the form, you will get the data in here in the spreadsheet. Okay. So I believe that as of now, nobody has filled the form. Here in the Google Forms as well, here you can see one response has already generated. More responses are generating. Here you can see in the spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet. I believe that this Google Sheets, it is generating the response. Okay. Now what happens is, now let us do one thing. It has generated the response. I believe you can see this, how these responses are being generated. Okay. These are the responses. Okay. Now, after getting all these responses, what you need to do for the purpose of, let us generate certificate for all these people. How to generate certificate? We require to have an add-ons. Okay. So what we'll do is, we'll go to add-ons now. We'll have to install certain add-ons on this sheet. What happens is, as I told you, there are 3 different processes. So out of this, as I told you about 2 different processes that we can do over here as well. So on this certificate, on this form, I believe you can see this form is over here. So what you can do is, on the very first process, you can attach that third party application to this form itself. You do not need to go to the spreadsheet. You do not need to go to Google Sheets for this. This form itself can be generating certificates, although it will create its own database later on. So what you have to do is, you just have to click on these 3 buttons over here. I believe you can see it is on the top right corner. These three dots you can see, and once we click on these dots, you will find a menu: copy, move, get pre-filled link, print, add collaborators, script writers, and get add-ons. So what you need to do is, you need to click on get add-ons. Once you click on the get add-ons, you can see that a pop-up has opened. It is taking a little bit of time. If you allow, I am discontinuing my video so that this will be this delay can further be reduced. Okay, so I am turning off my camera so that it would be easier for me to navigate between these and these tabs and all these softwares to upload. Okay, so here it is. Okay, now let us do it once again. So now what you need to do is you just have to search apps. You can see search apps over here. You have to search for certify. This you can see certify am over here. This actually certify them, and it is certify am. So you can have this certify am over here. Once you select the certify am, you will automatically find that it is generating. So certify am is over here. So this is the certify am. Okay, you can see certify am over here. Once you click on it, it will get, you just need to install it. Once it is it is installed, it will ask for different kind of permissions. You have to allow it to all the permissions whatever it is requiring, and then it will start off. So as of now, we are not getting into this certify them. As of now, we are getting or we shall be going to some other third party which is easier. Not only the very same kind of, like it is a Google workspace marketplace. So this, out of this Google market, you can get and what we will search right now is autocrat. That you can see autocrat is over here. Click on autocrat and this autocrat application will be over here. Now it is, you can see that on this autocrat, on the top right corner, there is a small oval which is saying that it is already installed. Okay, so let us click on it. Once again you have to install the same, and ask once again it will ask for the permissions, and you'll have to allow to all the permissions, and it will automatically get, you to click on, you just need to select that which email ID. If more than one email IDs are over there, then only it will ask for, otherwise it will ask for your email ID. But definitely yes, you have to allow it to get installed with that email ID, then only it will get installed. So for me it is already installed, and the same. So this is extensions only, it will appear over here.
Yes, sir.
It is visible to everyone. What you have to do is just have to launch the same. Once you click
Yes, sir.
this screen is visible, no? Okay. So here it is. What we have to go where there, otherwise it would have given the list of jobs that I have already performed earlier. No, we need to the which just okay, team job give IC to or you can give other that let us have it like this. Now you have what